Hi, welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toy in here. I have my PhD in math and I create videos to help graduate students, and I share a little bit about my academic lifestyle. And part of that academic lifestyle is knowing when you need to take a break, take a rest, and relax. So today in this video, I am sharing all about the girls trip that I took with my friends from high school. We turned 30 this year, so this is our flirty 30 vacation trip, and we decided to go to Miami. And my mom laughs at us because she says, oh my goodness, even your trips are like a conference, because our theme for this girls trip was relax, refocus, rebuild. And I'm happy to say that we did all three of those things on our trip and we had the best time. So I want to share some tips for traveling with your friends, as well as things that we found to do in Miami that was amazing. So if you're interested in learning more about my girls trip to Miami, keep watching this video. Alright, so let's get into the trip and the things we did, what we did each day. I'll be giving you recommendations of places to go, to eat, to hang out, neighborhoods to enjoy. Alright, so day one, we flew into Fort Lauderdale, and we actually had super early flight. So we got into Fort Lauderdale by noon, and so when we were renting our car, the person who was renting our car to us, she told us about this outlet mall nearby. So we went to an outlet mall in Fort Lauderdale called Sawgrass Mills, and they had so many stores. So very high-end to bargain shopping things. So there was like a TJ Maxx, there was also a Tory Burch. We got a lot of shopping done on the first day before we even made it to our Airbnb. So if you are interested in shopping, that is a great place to go, Sawgrass Mills. Then we checked into our Airbnb. It was super cute. We loved it. We were pretty exhausted, so we decided to go to the grocery store, get supplies, cleaning supplies that we felt we would need, snacks, breakfast items, and then get some food to go. And so we wanted to try Cuban food. So we went to a Little Havana restaurant. So good. Oh my goodness. Little Havana restaurant was amazing. Like the rice and black beans, to die for. They were so delicious. But I wrote down all of the meals that we got. So all of us loved the meals that we got. But if you are going to Little Havana restaurant, I'll tell you what we got. All right, so I got the steak meal. It was something that began with a P. I can't remember the name of it, but you'll find it on the menu. But basically it was steak, rice, and beans. Delicious. One of my friends got the ropa vieja, which is like the main Cuban dish that you want to try if you want to try Cuban food for the first time. They also had these meals that had like chunks of meat. So one of my friends got the pork chunk, and then one got the chicken chunks. They were delicious. And then I just highly recommend the black beans and rice. So good. So we actually got our meals to go. Then we went to our Airbnb and watched movies on Netflix. And that was day one. All right, so day two, we actually had time to get out. We weren't super exhausted. We could explore Miami. So we stayed in North Miami at first and had brunch at this cute cafe called Cafe Creme. Yeah, it's kind of like French inspired, but it was delicious. We loved it. It was such a great cafe. The atmosphere was super cute, Instagram pic worthy. It was a nice little neighborhood, and throughout the whole trip, our servers were just like really nice and courteous. So it was really great. So then we traveled to another neighborhood. So we left North Miami to go to Wynwood. So Wynwood is like the art district. There are murals on like almost every wall. So once again, Instagram worthy pics. I do highly recommend maybe wearing like solid colors or like neutral so that you don't clash with the background. My outfit kind of was a little busy, so I kind of wish that I would have worn like white or gray to like contrast with the background. So we got some great shots and some great outfit pics. We called it picture day. I was like, is today picture day? Are we doing picture day today? So Wynwood is picture day. I will say it is very hot in Wynwood. Like, I feel like it was hotter in Wynwood than it was in any other part of Miami. So be prepared and make sure you bring water with you. But all of the artwork was beautiful and it was a really nice time. We spent an hour there. I would say that's all you really need unless you're like a real art person and you care a lot about art, then maybe 2 hours. But the heat probably will not allow you to stay more than 2 hours. All right, so then we accidentally found one of my favorite places in Miami. My friend was looking for a good gelato place that wasn't as expensive as the one in Wynwood, and so she found one in a place called the Citadel. I 100% recommend that you go to the Citadel if you travel to Miami. It's so great. It's like a little indoor, almost if you think of like where a bunch of like a food truck festival, but like indoor and permanent. And so there was like a bar and the lighting was really cool and they had like all these tables out, and around the outside there were different restaurants from all different cultures. There was Italian food, Caribbean food, burgers, tacos, Cuban food, there was gelato, there were macarons, there was all kinds of food, and it was delicious. And the people there were so great. So I was like thinking about getting a burger, and the guy from the Caribbean place called me over and he was like, why don't you check out this menu? And so happy I did. They have kind of like different Caribbean islands represented on their menu. So I got the jerk chicken with the plantain fries. And I'm someone who actually doesn't even like plantains. So I was like, if you don't like plantains, would you like plantain fries? They were like, oh yeah, you will love them, especially the way you do it, because they're a little more dry and have more of a potato-y consistency. And it was delicious. Everyone loved their food there. And it was just a great vibe. I was like, if I lived in Miami, I would be at the Citadel all the time. I would be getting work done there. I would go in the evenings. It seems like they have live music sometimes. There's a rooftop there. So 100% recommend the Citadel. Also, the gelato was delicious too. And then on our way back to North Miami, we stopped at Cindy Lou's, and some of my friends got cookies. They apparently have like the best cookies in Miami. So if you're a cookie person, check out Cindy Lou's cookies. All right, so after that super hot day outside Wynwood, we were pretty much drained, so we decided to have a girls' night in. We watched Netflix. We watched a couple movies, including my favorite Netflix movie, To All the Boys I Loved Before. And then we had like some girl chat, and it was just a really nice time. So again, I told you the theme was relax, refocus, rebuild, and we definitely had some rebuilding time and some relaxing time in that day as well. Day 3 was South Beach Day for us. That was the day where we knew the weather would be good, and so we had planned to go to the beach. So before we went to the South Beach area, Ocean Drive, and we ate at Big Pink. So that is like the brunch place, the diner place in South Beach. And we did sit outside, and so we were next to the windows, and all the windows are pink. So I imagine the vibe outside is very similar to what the vibe inside is. Everything had a pink glow. It's like a really cute pink Instagram filter, and so it's a good place to take pictures too. And the food is delicious. Huge portion, so be prepared. But yeah, it was great. And just like experiencing everyone in Miami and people on vacations and like people watching, it was a great time at Big Pink. Alright, so we're at the Big Pink, which is a popular diner, and all of the food is going to be super big. What are you ordering here?
Waffles, bacon, and eggs.
Viola?
Chicken and waffles. The classic with the chicken and waffles.
Waffles, bacon, and eggs.
Nice. What are you most excited about for the day?
The beach. Did that sound like
It did.
the beach, even though I don't know about being taken heat, but hey, we'll see.
Hey, we'll try it. What about you, Valencia? What are you most excited about for today?
Chilling on the beach under a nice shady umbrella, cabana, with a big drink in my hand.
Okay. Viola, what about you? It's also today, tomorrow today.
I'm gonna get dark. I can't remember except in the night. I've been just
Nice.
tonight.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with a little kiss by the suntan, a little sun glow.
What about you, Kier?
I'm excited for rose all day.
I'm just excited to hang with my friends.
Oh,
Your beauty pageant answer.
and world peace.
I highly recommend a parking lot next to Big Pink. So there you have to park everywhere you go, and there's street parking. However, there was like a parking lot on the same street as Big Pink, and it had $10 parking, just like to stay all day. So I recommend if you plan on going to the beach, go to Big Pink first or after, park there, and then walk across the street to the beach. And so we went to the beach. It was super hot outside, and so we entered the beach at the Marriott entrance, and I recommend that as well, because at the Marriott entrance, we were able to rent a little cabana tent thing. So it was like a little bed, and it fit all 5 of us with a cabana over it. And so it was $100, split 5 ways. It was a no-brainer. And it helped us enjoy our time at the beach instead of like sweltering and like being drained in the hot sun. We were able to stay there longer than we would have if we didn't have the cabana. And so we played a little bit, put our feet in the water, hung out, relaxed for a while, and then we went to Coral Gables because we were like, we need a refreshing treat. Let's look up popsicles. So we tried Paletas, which are ice pops. So good. We went to this place called Coral Gables. It's kind of like the fancy part of Miami, and there is a Paleta shop called Morelia Gourmet Paletas. Highly recommended, especially the water-based paletas. So I got a strawberry one, so it was like a strawberry popsicle, and it was half dipped in dark chocolate and hazelnut. Oh, I could have eaten 2, but I didn't. So I highly recommend the paletas from Morelia's in Coral Gables. So day 4, we decided to go to Bayside. So Bayside is like kind of like a downtown area. There's a lot of shopping there. There's a lot, if you think of like a boardwalk, it kind of reminds you of that. It's on the water. There are a lot of boats there, and there's also a shopping center. We went to the Hard Rock there because one of my friends loves to go to different Hard Rocks wherever she goes, and we learned that there's like a local thing on the menu at wherever you go in Hard Rock. So I actually got the local thing, and it was like a pulled pork burger. Weird, but it was good. So we went to Hard Rock in Bayside and like walked through that area, took some pictures there. It was really pretty, and everything's kind of shaded there, so that was really nice. And then we went back to Wynwood because there was an outdoor like party going on called Afro Beat. So we got to hang out with some people, listen to music, rest, relax for a while. It was kind of hot. And so after we stayed there for maybe an hour or so. And after Afro Beats, we went to Little Havana. And that was definitely on our list when we plan to go to Miami, see what Little Havana is about. I recommend spending like a half day there. It was smaller than what I expected, but there were cool things there. Like I recommend checking out Domino Park, where the older people sit and like play dominoes in a little park. We watched people roll cigars. There was a churro place. Some of my friends got churros, and our main destination that we really wanted to go to in Little Havana was the Ball and Chain. So Ball and Chain is a restaurant like slash lounge outdoor Cuban salsa place. It's like a mix of things, but we got there and we sat outside, and there was like live music. Well, not live music. There was a DJ playing music on a stage, and we got like snacks, and I got this really good mint lemonade drink. It was really good. If you don't like mint, you will not like this, but it was very refreshing, very minty. And also on Thursday nights, they have free salsa lessons. So if you go on a Thursday night after 9 p.m., you can learn how to dance salsa and dance with the people. So people were up dancing. So yeah, it was a really cool vibe, and it was a great way to spend our last night in Miami. I want to share the 3 things that we did really, really well as like the foundation of our trip, and that's how we traveled, where we stayed, and how we got to like our little destinations. Okay, so we actually booked our plane tickets well in advance, but let me tell you a little something about my friends. We are amazing, and when one person finds out something awesome, we all do it. And that awesome thing that I'm talking about is our Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Yes, we all have the same credit card. 4 out of 5 of us have the same travel rewards credit card. Chase Sapphire Preferred is amazing. And so I got the card almost like 2 years ago, but this is my first time using it for actual travel. And I was able to book my round trip flight for free. Yes, I got to use all of my points. Well, I didn't use all of my points. I got to use my points to travel, and I had more than enough points to cover the whole trip. And so I was able to book my flight well in advance, and I could splurge, you know, to check a bag or two with all of my outfits and stuff, because I didn't actually pay for the flight, and my friends used their card and got their flights paid for as well. So squad goals, get you a Chase Sapphire preferred card. If you're interested in it, I'll leave a link for it below and I can refer you, because fun fact, when you refer friends, you get points too. And that's why we all have that card. All right, so we used our card to get our flight. All right, we made sure to get to the airport. We flew into Fort Lauderdale. We made sure we got to Fort Lauderdale around like within 2 hours of each other so we could travel to our Airbnb together. And same with returning flights. We made sure those were within 2 hours of each other so we could travel back to the airport. So at the airport, we decided to rent a car. So we got an SUV so we could go to different places. Because the thing about Miami, there's so many different neighborhoods and areas that you would pay a lot in Lyft and Uber fees and like surge pricing, and we had 5 people, we would have to get like a Uber XL or something. So we decided it would be so much more cost effective to rent a car. So that is exactly what we did. And oh my goodness, it saved us a lot of money. We were worried initially about parking, but in the end, after going to multiple neighborhoods and parking in multiple places every day, it literally cost us $10 each to park. So that was an amazing thing we did. And the third amazing thing we did was we decided to get an Airbnb instead of a hotel. And so we stayed in North Miami, and it was the perfect place. It wasn't terribly far from the things we wanted to go to. We had our car. It was nice. We had 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It was a great place to stay. So I hope that you enjoyed this guide to a great girls trip in Miami. We had so much fun. I highly recommend though a Chase Sapphire preferred card. This video is not sponsored, but I love Chase so much and I love being able to travel with my card. And also you can like share points with your friends. So that's pretty cool. Let me know if you've ever been to Miami and what you did there. Let me know if you're interested in traveling to Miami for a girls trip and what you plan to do when you go. And if this video was helpful, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.